Welcome back, dudes and dudettes, I suppose. Is that even a word? Oh well, whatever. It's been a while, but today I'm going to be talking about the worst nightmare I ever had. Literally worst nightmare, as in terrible dream that scared me a lot. This should be fun. I could use more topics for these types of videos, so please do leave suggestions in the comments if you have one. And if you enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a like, because I'm a needy bitch. Okay, so this nightmare happened just about 16 years ago. Looking back on it now, it wasn't really that bad, but to be fair, I was only 5 years old at the time. I may have been incredibly young, but I was no stranger to bad dreams. I'd often have bad dreams, with a bunch of them having something to do with me jumping and floating down the stairs from the second floor to the first floor of my house, except it felt like I was jumping off the roof of a tall building, I don't know how to describe it right. Others involved my parents leaving me in the room all alone and turning the light off. I'd scream for them, but I wouldn't have a voice. Only air would come out. This was a time where I was incredibly scared of the dark, mind you, being only 5 years old and all. Every bad dream I had was like 30 times scarier than it actually should have been. Then again, I think that also applies to bad dreams just in general, They're always scarier than they probably should be. Anyway, it was just a random, seemingly normal night like any other. I was really little, so I went to bed pretty early, like 8 p.m. at the latest. So one night, it must have been like 2 or 3 in the morning, I was woken up somehow. I don't even think it was a bad dream, I just kinda woke up. I tried going back to sleep, but something wasn't right. Something about my room and something about the general area just seemed off. Something seemed different. I was trying to get back to sleep for quite a while. At least that's what it felt like. It felt like a while. Then I noticed something else, or at least I thought I did, that there was a window way at the opposite end of my room, with red curtains. The curtains covered the window, but it looked like there was a big shadow behind it. It's like there was something behind the curtains, and I swear it moved at one point. So of course, this freaked me the fuck out. But this is me we're talking about, so even 5-year-old me was a trooper and didn't lose my shit. Figuratively or literally. Any person on the internet would probably be like, Spike, you were probably just seeing sleep paralysis hallucinations. And you know what? I definitely wouldn't argue with you. If I stayed in bed. Brace yourself for this shit, because it's fucking weird. I may have kept my cool, but it was still a bit much for me to be comfortable with, so naturally I grabbed my blanket and took it with me out of the room and into the, shit. I'm gonna have to draw this and put it up on screen, because it's just too hard for me to describe otherwise. Okay, so here is where I came out of my bedroom. Here is the staircase that leads to the first floor. Here's the closet with the door always shut. Here's a small window that's above a radiator-type heater. And here's my parents' bedroom. Okay, so the strange stuff happened in this middle area here, whatever you want to call it. There's probably a word for it, but I'm too stupid. I was intending to just go into my parents' bedroom and sleep on my blanket on the floor. Because as a little kid, near your parents is the safest place you feel you can be. So after noticing how insanely bright the moon seemed to be that night, I turned towards my parents' bedroom and, well, I noticed something on the closet door next to it. I still don't have an explanation for this, but on the white closet door, I saw shadows. Shadows of what looked like kids my age at the time. Now you might be thinking, Spike, if the moon really was that bright and the window was in the place you said, then it wouldn't be that strange to assume that one of the shadows was yours. You know what? That's fine. There is some sound logic there, except that there were 2 of them and they were both moving. I was standing still, just staring at them, and these shadows of kids, they were only from the torso up, and they were facing each other and looked like they were playing rock, paper, scissors? They were moving their hands all weird, in other words. This sent me over the edge. That's all 5-year-old baby Spike could handle. So I rushed into my parents' bedroom and set down the blanket, somewhat close to the doorway, but still far away enough so I felt safe. For a little bit, everything seemed fine. Must have been sitting there on my blanket for almost 10 minutes. I wanted to be sure that whatever was happening would stop before going back into my room and trying to sleep again. Oh, but here's where it gets even worse. I feel bad for little Spike. Just enough light leaked in from that window to where I could see the blanket. Now, this was like a Sesame Street themed blanket, mainly white with a few random shapes and characters here and there. Cartoon versions of them anyway. Eventually, I looked down at my blanket, and I shit you not, there was a face. Straight up, a real HD photo quality face of, just some kid. I was freaked out, and like I tried to destroy it with my bare hands somehow, but it just crumpled with the fabric. It didn't go away. Like it was sewn into the blanket. It was so fucking weird. I didn't know who the kid was. Like, I'd never seen that face before. I didn't recognize them. And even to this day, I don't remember the face either, so I couldn't even draw it in for this video. At this point, oh man, I was just, you know what, I was just looking for any possible way out of this. And then I had an idea. You know, I was a little smart for my age. There was only one real way to end this, so I did what every little kid does best in a panic situation. I cried. I cried a lot. My parents obviously woke up, and as soon as my dad turned on the light, the face was gone. And it's not like I was looking away and then looked back to see that the face was gone. I was staring at the face on the blanket in the dark, and it disappeared at the exact moment the lights were turned on. I had to cry on purpose to get this shit to stop. I wasn't even really crying out of fear, it was out of fucking annoyance. I just wanted to go to bed, goddammit. It was over, though. I don't remember what happened after that, other than, you know, my parents comforting me and putting me back to bed, so that's about it. After that, I asked my mom if I could use a dream catcher she had in a cabinet, and... It worked. I didn't have another bad dream for 6 years. I still have the same dream catcher in my room today, actually. Okay, so... What the fuck? What was that? I've never had the chance to properly vent about this. I never even told my parents what I saw, so maybe I'll show them this video. Hey. So what the fuck was that? Can someone enlighten me? A hallucination of some sort, sure, I know that much, but why and how? Everything looked and felt so real. I was completely awake, too. I was walking around, so I don't understand. I haven't experienced anything like this since then, though. Honestly, I'm glad I was lucky enough to experience this when I was 5. I was a child, you know? My world was just, my world was really small. I didn't know about a lot of things. If I were to experience the same situation now, do you have any idea what kind of fucked up shit I would probably see? Like, honestly. Oh well, I'm glad nightmares don't happen to me as often anymore. I remember them happening a lot to me when I was a kid. I got into lucid dreaming in 2012, and, well, that's another story. Huh. You know, I thought this would be a lot longer, but I guess that's all for this video. I want to thank you, all of you, all 100 of you, for putting up with my garbage content and somehow actually wanting to watch it. It means a lot to me. And I did say on Twitter, @SpikeTheArtist, that if I got to 100 subscribers, I'd go through all my old cringy drawings in a video. Well, shit, guess what happened? I'm grateful as hell for all 100 of you, but this is going to be so awkward for me. Oh, joy. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be able to do it, but hopefully within the next week. I have a Discord server if anyone's interested. A link to that will be in the description. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Yes! I'm good at outros!